You guys hear her? Do you ever just hold your cat and just love them for who they are as a person? We talked about how my cat is art. Look at her fur. Her fur is art. Look at you. So it's Friday and I'm just chilling with my kitten. I just got out of school for the weekend a little bit ago. And normally Fridays and Saturdays Matt is off from work, but his schedule just changed, so now he is not off from work on Fridays and Saturdays. So I'm by myself on the weekends now, which is fine because I just work more. Are you guys listening to anything I'm saying, or are you just looking at my cute cat? Look at her little foot. Look at your foot. Look at it. But I'm glad it's the weekend. I just completed my first week back to school after my holiday break, and it was actually not bad. I think the 9 to 10 hours of sleep I got daily on Christmas break refreshed me for like the next year, so I'm feeling good. I just ate lunch, and actually it was my first meal of the day other than the coffee that I had for breakfast. And in my coffee I usually have a little bit of half and half or sugar-free creamer, so like there's calories in that, so I'm getting calories in the morning. But I'm in school from about 7:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday. So what I've started doing probably the last 2 weeks of school before winter break and then this past week is I just don't eat until I get home from school at like 12:30 or 1. And so I guess that's technically intermittent fasting because I stop eating usually around 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and then I don't eat again until about 12:30 or 1 the following day. So it's like a 16-17 hour fast, and then I'm usually eating between, like I said, 12:30 and like 7 or 8. So it's like a 7 or 8 hour eating window. I only do that during the week though. On the weekends I definitely eat breakfast pretty much right when I wake up, or I'll hit the gym and then eat breakfast right after that. And the main reason that I do it during the week is just because I'm up at like 4:30 or 5 in the morning, and I'm back to dieting right now ever since January 1st. So if I start eating at 5 in the morning when I wake up and I have to spread out my calories until 7 or 8 o'clock at night, my meals are gonna suck. They're gonna all be super small, and I'll have to spread out, you know, my 1,700 calories or whatever across like 7 meals throughout the day. Whereas if I don't really start eating until 12:30, I can kind of get away with like 3 larger meals or maybe 4 meals. And I just like that. It definitely helps me stay on track when I'm not constantly going hungry and constantly having to come up with good meals. So I like it in that aspect. It's not something that I think I want to do long term, maybe just as long as I can for school, but I also don't intend on dieting for that long. So I guess now would be a good time to talk about what I'm doing for this year in regards to diet and stuff like that, and my physique related goals. So I'm looking to drop around 15 pounds. I've been wanting to drop the same 15 pounds for forever. Actually last year I wanted it to be like 20 or 25 pounds, but I've kind of changed what I think is like a realistic weight for me to be able to maintain that weight pretty easily and still be able to like eat a decent amount of food in a day. So I usually hover around like 155-ish, and when I competed back in 2015 I was about 130. Now most of last year I wanted to get down to like 135, 138, so not stage weight but like within 5 to 8 pounds of it. But I feel like over the course of going from like 130 back to 155, I think I've found that the lowest weight that I really can maintain without having to try really hard and without having to go hungry all the time is like 140 to 145. So that's all I'm aiming for now. I have no desire to get back to the 130s really. Yeah, I just don't have the desire to be super lean, super shredded, to look like a bikini competitor. I just don't have that desire at all anymore. What I'm all about now is just looking good to myself, which I already feel like I look good to myself. I'm just trying to take it to the next level to where I can fit into all my clothes comfortably and feel really, really good. But after spending many years being super obsessed with being lean and super obsessed with how I look and having to look like a bikini competitor, having to look super shredded, being super obsessed with counting macros and obsessed with food for like all of 2012, 2013, 2014, and the kind of the beginning part of 2015. So after a long time of that, I'm just so not interested in living like that anymore. And in fact, my goals this year also are relating to the kinds of food that I'm eating. So I'll be having some more recipe videos up soon, I think, and meal prep videos, because this past week I've actually focused a lot on super clean foods. Everyone hates when I use the word clean, but you guys know what I mean when I say clean. I mean like non-processed, from the earth type food. In fact, this that I had for lunch is like the most processed thing I've had in all week really, other than maybe 1 or 2 Lenny and Larry's cookies. but they're so good, you know? Other than that, all week I've been eating red lentil pasta, broccoli, asparagus, lots of spinach, and a lot of greens, a ton of greens, salads, and my carb sources have come from things like potatoes, oatmeal, some starchier carbs, bananas, stuff of that nature, which if you've been following me for a long time, or if you ever go back to any of my full day of eating videos from like a year and a half ago, total change around from what I used to eat. You can't even probably see the whole story in my full day of eating videos, but I would eat so many like protein weird foods, or just like tons of protein powder, tons of protein bars, tons of like things like this, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. The ingredient list is pretty short, and actually everything in here is really like solid, really solid actually. I take it back, ever feeling bad about eating this. Not that you should ever feel bad about eating food ever, but I'm just, you guys know what I'm saying. I feel like I have to so closely monitor my words, because if I ever use the wrong word, people jump down my throat about anything. Y'all just need to stop being sensitive on my channel. I ain't got time for it. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I've been eating really non-processed this week, and it just feels so good. Not because I have any guilt about eating bad foods. Like, trust me, I'm gonna go ham on some nachos one day in the future and have no guilt about it. I don't ever believe in having any guilt regarding any food whatsoever. Even food that's like pure crap. I love food that's pure crap. It tastes so good, so I'm gonna eat it sometimes. But just I'm trying to focus on making the bulk of my diet, making the habits of what I eat be very natural, clean foods, and what I think is a healthy diet. So I'm actually like really proud of myself this week for sticking to like really good natural foods, lots of vegetables, like 3 servings of vegetables a day or more, focusing on a lot of things with a lot of solid micronutrient profiles. Overall health is so important to me. Like, that is what is my focus this year, as opposed to just looking a certain way or being a certain weight. Like, I want to know that I'm actually healthy inside my body. And I'm a healthy person in general. Like, you know, like my blood work is all fine, and I don't have really any like food or diet or lifestyle related things that ever happen to me that like I'm sick as a result of. But I also know that I'm young, and if I keep eating like weird chemical protein foods as like a mainstay in my diet for the next 20 or 30 years, how do I know for sure that that stuff's not gonna like result in some weird gene deformity? I have no idea. I literally have no idea. But you know what I mean? Like, for years people were eating aspartame and they thought it was fine, and then years later stuff comes out that aspartame is not fine and we should not be eating it. You know, like, so I don't want to like spend my life eating this stuff that's not providing a nutritional profile for my body. I just don't want that. I want to be healthy. I want to take care of myself. I want to feel good about the foods that I'm eating, and I want that to be my habit. That is a huge goal of mine this year, is to get like 15 pounds off-ish, and to really clean up my diet and make my diet a healthy diet and then like a nutritional diet for the long haul. Not just because I'm dieting, not just because it's the beginning of the year, but like, this is my life now. So yeah. Look at your big old eyeballs. Look at them. What? Oh, you want to be rubbed? Hi, little mama. Hi. Are you hungry? You have food. What about you, kitten? Oh, too shy for the camera? My original gangster over here. The original baby with her black mustache. Oh, you want to be with your sister? You guys are so sweet! What are you guys doing? This is my Friday night. No husband. Super yummy Diet Coke. Tastes just like Doritos. I want Doritos, y'all. It's my favorite snack, I would say. This is probably the first Friday in like 5 months that I have been on track with my diet. I think that deserves a round of applause. Right now I'm watching My 600 Pound Life, which is one of my favorite shows ever, and I swear they don't make very many new episodes, or at least not frequently enough for me to be happy. But I love this show. I'm just so passionate about fitness and weight loss. Y'all, I mean, this is what I do for a living, and this is what my whole channel is about, but should go without saying. But yeah. So I've just been working since I got home. It is now 5 o'clock, and I'll probably be working for another 3 hours. First I was working on the couch over there, and then I got bored of that, so I came over here to my desk, and we're just hanging out. I'm writing the client plans for my clients who are starting this upcoming Monday, the 9th, I think it is. Every time clients sign up, I ask them which Sunday or Monday do you want to start. I don't have clients start during the week because like I just have a schedule of when I make new client plans and when I like everyone to start. I like everyone to start at the start of a week. It just helps for my organization purposes. So I'm all booked up for this upcoming week, the 9th, but I'm always taking new clients. It's just that when the new clients come, I'll let them know if they're not going to be able to start like that upcoming Sunday Sunday or Monday if it's gonna have to wait a week just because I filled up. I do cap out on clients on a weekly basis, and I do that because I can't just take like 40 clients at once. But yeah, I am taking clients who are wanting to start the January 15th or January 16th, or if you want to start at any point after that. If you guys aren't familiar, I do 6 and 12 week plans with my clients, and if after 6 or 12 weeks you decide that you want to keep going with me, then you can always renew for another 6 or 12 weeks. I always have to mention my plans in my videos because it's my job. It's literally my job. See, I'm gonna get back to work now.
Alright, so I never filmed a transitional clip from what you just saw to what you're about to see, so I'm doing that now. But basically what you're about to see is my at-home glute workout with my barbell set that I have at home and my hip circle that I've talked about many times before, and you'll see it if you're not familiar with that. But basically showing you some of my workout that I did that night of the filming of this video. Not my whole workout, but just like 4 or 5 of my key exercises, I want to say, and also kind of how I go about my glute workout, like how I started out and like what I do to make sure I'm getting a really good glute workout at home. So yes, that is what we're going to have next, and then the video is over. So thanks for watching!
Alright, so I found that the key to any good glute workout, and especially a glute workout done from home, is pre-exhausting your glutes before you even really start moving a lot of weight. As you see here, I've got my hip circle, which is a really heavy resistance band around just the top of my knees, and I'm doing some kickbacks just to really start firing up my glutes and getting them prepared for a glute day. I also did hip thrusts. That's the cat behind me, so don't mind her, but I'm doing, I guess these are technically glute bridges with the hip circle around my knees. It just pushes tension back into my glutes and takes it away from my quads, which of course just helps me engage glutes. I know that these aren't heavy movements, but this is really like activating your glutes before you, like I said, lift really heavy weights. This is a squat kickback, alternating legs kicking back. It's kind of, again, just waking up the glutes, getting them like nice and kind of like sore and burned up a little bit before you start lifting weights, because I know that sometimes when you're lifting for glutes, your legs, your quads, your hamstrings can take over instead of your glute muscles. So by starting that way, you have a good base to kind of start lifting. Okay, so this, you see, I'm not doing a deadlift like a normal deadlift. I'm not coming all the way to the top and standing up straight like you would for a normal deadlift. This is keeping the time of under tension a like priority here, where my glutes and my hamstrings are under tension this entire time. So it's different than a normal deadlift, but it's still, especially for lighter weight, is amazing for just pushing that weight straight to your glutes and to your hamstrings. Give it a try and see if you don't see the difference yourself between a normal deadlift and that. Here's like one of the oldest tricks in the book for glutes. It's just I don't even know what they call this, some like kneeling dog sexual name of some sort, but you don't have to always reinvent the wheel. This is amazing, especially with that hip circle. Gives me plenty of resistance to really get a good burn in my glutes. And next we have glute bridges with my barbell weight. As you can see, I'm pausing when I get to the top and coming down super slowly. Again, time under tension is everything when you're training a muscle group and you want it to build a little bit. Last but not least, we have some body weight single leg hip thrusts, or glute bridges, whatever you want to call them. Again, not to underestimate any body weight exercise. This was a great way to finish out my workout and just really feel that last single bit of burn. So thanks for watching, guys.